Time for a travel update.
Yeah, why?
Why? Why ask why? Oh, wait. That's where we anchored.
Yeah, the Wye River.
Wye River. Okay, we got a lot to update you on.
I'm staying on the path that I've chosen, straight up. Come my way and I'll see you at the top. 'Cause something's gonna happen in this story. And I can feel it coming, like the rising of the sun. The stream.
All right, so last we left you, we're anchored in the Wye River, and that was right after finishing up the Choptank River area, so Oxford and St. Michael's and some other great stops there. It was now in the Eastern Bay, and we had selected Wye Island, number one, because we had so many recommendations for it, but we also had Hurricane Erin off the shore, and there were some predicted potential winds.
Yeah, so we've picked out an anchorage on Dividing Creek, which is a creek that goes into the middle of Wye Island off the Wye River, and is a place that would be very, very protected from all the winds. And indeed, it was an absolutely lovely anchorage, and probably one of the most beautiful ones we've been to.
Yeah,
in Chesapeake.
Yeah, definitely very nicely secluded feeling. And we picked that one because there is a little kayak launch at the group camp area that you can get ashore and access the island many trails. It is public property.
Yeah.
Maintained by the state of Maryland, I believe, and absolutely beautiful. We stayed there 3 nights until the winds calmed down enough to venture back out into the bay.
Yes, and again, highly recommend checking out Wye Island. Great paddleboarding there, and
Lots of jellyfish,
and lots of good places to explore and run. But yeah, plenty of jellyfish. We couldn't swim there. You'd look down in the water and you'd be like, nope.
Yeah, nope. Not gotten far enough north yet. So next up, we're out in the East Bay, and sure enough, the winds were still a little choppy, and there's a lot of recreational traffic out there. So it was not a bad crossing, but it was definitely choppier.
But the target we had, the reason we left the Wye River is we had seen a boat up winery that was open for the weekend. So this was leaving on a Saturday, and we were heading to Cascio Vineyards, which is up Thompson Creek to Cox Creek, was it?
Yeah, so it's on the Kent Island, technically Stevensville, I believe, Maryland. Winery that's been there for 27 years. We did call in advance and confirmed we could use the dinghy dock there to get ashore.
The owner's basically the back of his house right next to the winery. And it was a real treat. You're sitting there sipping wine, watching the water, and really friggin' good wine, too. It was Bordeaux French style.
Yeah, all dry wines, all just excellent. Everything we tasted there we enjoyed. We picked the Thompson Creek side to anchor in because it offered a little bit more southerly protection from the winds.
Because the winds were whipping.
Yeah, and they were causing some chop coming up the creeks, and it was definitely choppier on the Cox Creek. And that also gave us access to the town's dinghy dock to get ashore, to walk to Food Line to do some provision.
Yeah, there was a boat ramp up at the end there. But we had been warned by the winemaker that the water levels were exceedingly high because of Hurricane Erin had just pushed a whole lot of wind up the Chesapeake. It was also a null moon. So tides were very high, and indeed this boat ramp, the town boat ramp, was underwater. We actually scouted this out with the drone before going ashore and realized that we'd have to wade ashore.
Or we found an area where we didn't have to wade as much. So we did use that, and we got some running in as well. But then after that, we booked a stay at the Kent Island Yacht Club, because we're yacht people now.
Apparently so, yeah, yacht club people.
So they were like the cheapest option in the area. Chris had called around, talked to several of the marinas in the area, and they offered $2 a foot there, whereas everything else was more like $3.50 a foot.
Yes, and we wanted to get ashore on Kent Island because I'd seen that there was a really great cross-island bike trail, and we're like, okay, this is a worthwhile reason to get a marina, and it was also some kind of still rough winds forecast. So it's like, let's get a marina, explore Kent Island by bicycle, and so called the yacht club. It was a little bit confusing making a booking because you call them and you talk to a bartender, not a dock master, and they're like, yeah, we'll have space, no problem. Put in a request on DocWa and it'll get approved. And indeed, it was approved, but we had no idea where to dock. So we're just showing up at this yacht club on a Sunday, Sunday afternoon, trying to figure out where to dock. And the currents through Kent
Yeah.
Narrows are whipping. We timed it for slack, but there was still, because I guess the way the tides were, extra high tides, the currents were strong. Wind
the
was
winds,
strong.
they were opposing each other. So thankfully, some folks from the Tiki Bar, which is right off the dock, came over and helped us with our lines. Thank you again, guys. It was awesome. So we had 3 folks helping us get our lines secured and get into the spot where.
That current is whipping through here. Oh my gosh. Woohoo! Great spot. And then immediately, because it's a yacht club, there's no professional docking staff. It is just a social club, and we got accepted right into it and ushered to the Tiki Bar. We bought the people who helped us with our lines drinks and just dove into meeting some really cool people.
It was really cool. It was really fun. Great drinks, really affordable prices. They have a swimming pool there where you was big enough to swim some laps, which was great.
And it was such a cheap, affordable stay, too, because we didn't expect there was going to be like a Yacht Club of America discount, because we mentioned we were MTOA members who have reciprocity. They basically cut down our DACWA price in half, too.
$1 a foot.
$1 a foot. So it was the cheapest way to stay on Kent Island.
Like $63 a night. We stayed there, so it was awesome. Friendly staff. It was closed on Monday, so nothing was open, but that was fine because we used that day to get out touring on the bikes. And then on Tuesday, they reopened. We got
Use the pool and everything.
They said stay as late as you want, no rush to get out of here, which was great because we wanted to wait for slack, because there is a very, very narrow drawbridge that you have to time openings for, and that current whips through there. We watched so many boats crab through
coming through sideways through this little entrance. And so yeah, we when the day we left, we went out, went to the other side. There was no pump out at the yacht club, but the Piney Narrows marina just to the north of the bridge had a pump out, and we also got fuel there.
Yeah, so $5 pump out, or if you buy fuel, it's free. So we just topped up the tanks. It didn't need too much, but got free fuel. Free pump.
Fuel. I would like the free
fuel.
fuel.
Yeah, the free fuel.
Buy a pump out, get free fuel.
That would be a better deal. But to save $5, we spent $200 on fuel. Yeah, whatever. But it's fuel we use. And then we tucked up. We started coming up the Chester River with a destination of Chestertown.
And it was such a calm, tranquil cruise on the river. It was like glass out there, and the Chester River was just beautiful. We wanted to pick one of these classic river anchorages on the way up, so we went up to the
Langford River,
Langford Creek to the Cackaway Island, which is a highly rated cruising destination. It's just a little island, a privately owned island, but you can anchor near it and paddleboard around it, and just beautiful.
Yeah, we came in intending just one evening there, perhaps. We're not on a schedule. We make it up as we go. And we ended up staying 2 nights, even though we didn't have shore access. And it was just so peaceful and tranquil there, just some fishing vessels every so often.
We could have gone ashore on a little boat, a municipal boat ramp not too far away, but we didn't need to. It was just,
there was a marina across the way we could have gone ashore at
but
as well.
But it was just tranquil and beautiful. It's our kind of anchorage.
Yeah, so we weighed anchor after 2 nights there, and then continued up the Chester River to Chestertown, which is about as north as you can go without doing a 24-hour advance to a drawbridge. And there's really
nothing further beyond the Chester River there. So
as far as towns. And so Chestertown, we had heard, was a worthwhile diversion. We had some friends who were already there at the town marina. We decided just to anchor out because there's a free town dinghy dock there at the marina, and it was perfectly pleasant conditions out there. It was Labor Day weekend, and we figured up a river in a small town, it gave us the best odds of having stuff to explore without a lot of chaos.
And Chestertown lives up to its reputation as being a sleepy and incredibly beautiful town. With all these historic buildings and houses that go back to basically the Revolutionary War, the 1700s, pre-Revolutionary War. And the town is just in immaculately maintained condition with beautiful landscaping, beautiful house restorations. Mm-hmm. There's not a whole lot going on, which is just kind of perfect. It's just a sleepy town.
There's a few restaurants downtown. We ate at some of them. A lot of them are higher end, some are casual.
Bad Alfred's Pizza was really good. Yeah.
2 ice cream shops. There's a natural food store right downtown for easy access to groceries. There's a farmer's market Saturday morning that was really great.
Nice farmer's market.
Lots of actual farmers with produce. And then we did walk out. There's a rails trail. It's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles worth of trail out there. So we did do that for running. And we used that to get out to the proper grocery store.
The strip mall area where there's an Acme grocery store and everything.
But there's not good access to get across streets.
The pedestrian access, when you leave the core historic downtown, the pedestrian access to the other side is just, it's not pedestrian friendly anymore. So we got there, we managed to walk there and back and did a 4-mile round trip walk for groceries and
Swapping
Indian food.
groceries. It's not as fun as it could be.
Yeah, but you do have that option at least in Chestertown to get to a bigger grocery store as well.
Yeah.
It was a very, very pleasant stay.
Yeah.
And I guess the big event in Chestertown is they do have a tall ship there, and then on basically every year at Halloween, a whole bunch of tall ships come up the river, and that would for the Sultana Downrigging Festival. That'd be the one time to be in Chestertown to see all those tall ships. That would be kind of amazing on the river.
Yeah, but for Labor Day weekend, it was a pretty decent place.
Pretty chill.
There were a lot of buzzy boats on around, but the wakes are so small that you get a little sloshy.
Very,
it's no big
very
deal.
pleasant place to be.
Yep. So we left out this morning. It is Labor Day today, and we came back down the Chester River. We picked another anchorage across. We're on Reed Creek, I think we are.
Yes, this is a big protected kind of creek/bay that is seemingly has very little recreational traffic, but a lot of boats can anchor in here. There's so it seems like a perfectly chill spot to be.
This is Labor Day. You can see all the traffic.
Nobody's waking us at all. So it's a great place to be. Beautiful. We got bald eagles flying around, and just a wonderful place.
Yep. So that wraps up our explorations of the Eastern Bay and Chester River. Kind of a short little episode here. We are in the morning. It's looking like delightful conditions. So we are going to cross the bay and start exploring some bigger cities. So Annapolis and Baltimore are up next.
Yeah. So looking forward to some big city vibes after being out here in the rural areas, and just always mixing it up and just loving this cruising life.
Yep, and the season is coming to an end. We have less than 2 months until we're going to be storing for winter.
There's a chill in the air already, which has been lovely for sleeping at night.
Yes. Haven't needed the air conditioner, I think, in a month.
And we haven't had the generator. We haven't needed the generator for like a week now. So this has been fabulous.
Yes, so keep on cruising. We create these videos just for fun, and we love having you along for the ride. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, or if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.